Hello everybody and welcome back again to Mass Effect 3. We're still on the Citadel, but I think we're pretty much done with our business here, so I do want to return to the Normandy in this episode. Um, but before I'm going to do that, there is something else that I would like to talk about. A few people have been asking me whether I plan to play any of the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, and as it happens, I tried it today. I played a little bit, not much, just, to see how it works. And, if any of you are still playing this or are interested in playing it again, then maybe, once I'm a little bit further into the game, we can set up some matches and play a little bit together, because they're team matches. I think you need like 4 people for a match, and then you play against the enemy. And I would rather play with, some of my viewers than just some random people. I know I can just join random matches, but, why not play it with you guys if you're interested? I will probably suck at it because I'm not much of a multiplayer gamer. I never really played any multiplayer games. I think the only true multiplayer game that I ever played was a few years ago. I used to play a lot of Chivalry when it was still beta or early access or whatever the kids are calling it these days. I think I have like 100 hours clocked in Chivalry, which is basically an FPS MMO with swords, so sort of right up my alley, because as you know, I like hitting stuff with pointy things, so I really enjoyed playing it. I was actually kind of decent at it too, although it was probably partially due to the fact that, being a beta, there were still some balancing issues, and the class that I used to play, some people thought it was overpowered. I didn't think so, but I guess it had like one move that was a little bit OP, and one weapon that was pretty strong, so yeah. I don't know if you ever played Chivalry and are curious. I used to play, what was the class called? Man-at-Arms, which is actually interesting because the Man-at-Arms was a pretty light and fast class, almost like a rogue, so not really the warrior style classes that I usually play, but I was pretty decent at it. I think there were like 4 classes. You had like the knights with the heavy armor, and some lighter knight with a ranged lance and halberd weapons, and the man-at-arms, and you had the archers, and everybody hated the archers. I remember that, because they could snipe you from a distance when all the other fighting was just melee. I didn't mind the archers because aforementioned overpowered move from the man-at-arms was basically a freakishly fast sidestep, so I could just dodge the arrows in flight. So I didn't mind the archers. I thought they were easy prey, actually. Anyway, I digress. I digress a lot here. So yeah, Mass Effect multiplayer. If you're interested, and if you are on PC, because I think you can't play together if you're on different platforms. So if you're on Xbox or whatever, you wouldn't be able to play with me. But if you are on PC and you want to play with me at some point, then I don't know. Leave maybe a comment in the comment section so that I can see if there's how much interest there is, because like I said, you need like 4 people for a match, and we probably would have to schedule a time when to do this. So I would like to make this happen at some point in the future. So I would like to see if there's interest in that. Anyway, let's go back to the Normandy now. I think I talked enough about this. So let's head back to our ship.
Commander Shepard. Commander, the people of the Alliance have questions.
And you think that I have the answers? Well, okay, let's talk to her.
Commander Shepard, Khaleesa bint seen in Al-Jalani. Isn't it true that you were on Earth when the Reapers attacked? How do you justify running away while millions of people on Earth die? Is that the best we can expect from the Alliance?
I came to get help for Earth. For everyone.
What about all the people suffering while you play politics with the Council? What about them? How can you stand here while our families die? What are you going to do?
Khaleesa, we're doing everything we can.
Before they cut the feeds, there were so many dead.
Well,
I'm gonna stop the Reapers or die trying, but I need your help. Keep asking the hard questions. Don't let the Council forget about Earth.
I will. Thank you, Commander.
well, this was interesting.
We haven't always seen eye to eye, but I'm glad you're on our side.
Well, that's something, at least. Okay, interesting, interesting. I think I have pretty much... Oh, hey! You were not here before, so let's talk to him as well.
Hey, Commander. Liara told me the Council's not interested in helping us.
Something like that?
Why would they? Look at this place. There's no war here. People are whispering about it. They're talking about it, but they don't really believe it.
So, not your kind of place.
I take it this is your first time here with the elite of the galaxy.
I've been to the Citadel, but never up here on the Presidium. It's not right. It looks pretty, calm and peaceful. But it's not right. It's all just an illusion.
It was peaceful. Once.
But was it? Really? I mean, when push comes to shove, they're just gonna turtle up. Hope it don't hit them too, right? They'd rather believe in this than face the truth.
Well, I guess eventually they will, because at some point the Reapers are coming to Citadel as well.
They're in for a rude awakening. Every species will fall one by one if they don't work with us.
No shit. Can't believe it's even up for debate.
So, you still want to go back to Earth?
Hell yeah, but...
But?
You were right. So was Anderson. We can't stop them alone. Besides, looks like you're gonna have your hands full convincing these pendejo politicians to help us. And I'm up for it. Whatever it takes.
Glad to hear it.
I'm gonna head down to some of the lower levels where they keep it real. You got some spare time? You should come and find me.
Maybe I'll do that.
Alright, alright. That was interesting. Maybe I should have a look at the map. I visited Commander Bailey, I visited Counselor Odina, I spoke to Dr. Michelle and Caden, and there doesn't seem to be anyone in the docking bay. Okay, I'm going to assume that I can safely leave this place now and check out my ship. Well, I guess there shouldn't be anything new on the Normandy because it's still the same ship we had in the last game.
Please select a destination. 1 moment, please.
But there may be some people that I can talk to, so let's see about that.
Now arriving at docking bay D24.
So if I assume this correctly, then the keeper is trying to run me over again. All right, let's see if we can. Yes, this is where we can go to the Normandy. Yes. Let's do this. Oh. What is that? What the hell? This is strange. I can only run in slow motion. Okay, so do I have to go to the boy? Is this the one that we saw on Earth? Oh dear. Alright, let's do this. What the hell is going on here? Don't run away from me. Oh, you're over there now. I wish I could run faster. boy. Ah, this is some weird PTSD-induced nightmare stuff. Great.
Liara, can I help you?
I've been forwarding the Turian Counselor information on the Prothean device. It can't be built without Council support, but he's not budging until their Primarch is safe.
I know.
Are you alright?
Nah, Shepard is always fine, even when she isn't.
Just shaking off some sleep.
Commander Shepard? I'm Specialist... Oh. I beg your pardon. I thought you were alone.
So,
I was just leaving.
because you thought I was allowed, you just came in without knocking?
Commander Shepard, I'm Comm Specialist Samantha Traynor with Alliance R&D. I was part of the team retrofitting the Normandy after you turned it over to the Alliance. There weren't many of us aboard when the Reapers hit.
Alright, it's okay.
Slow down, Specialist Trainer. You're doing fine.
Thank you. I worked in a lab. I never thought I'd be serving on a ship.
Why don't you tell me about the retrofits?
The ship's in line with Alliance regs now, and it has new, top-of-the-line quantum entanglement communicators. In fact, Admiral Anderson had intended to use the Normandy as his mobile command center.
That's no longer an option.
Yes, I heard he chose to stay and fight. In any event, I'm honored to serve under you, Commander. For as long as you need me, that is. They only sent me here to oversee the retrofits.
Shepard, some of our systems require further testing, and Specialist Trainer has been extremely effective during installation. I would prefer that she remain.
Got it, Edie.
Oh, wait, since when does a virtual intelligence make requests?
Edie's an AI. Fully self-aware.
Oh, I knew it. I knew Joker was lying.
Jeff requested that I pretend to be a simple VI to protect myself. I apologize for the deception.
Thanks, Edie, and I apologize for all those times I talked about how... attractive your voice was. Anyway, shall I give you a tour? I think you'll be impressed by the new upgrades. In the CIC, you'll find the galaxy map where you can set the Normandy's destination. You can also check your messages at your private terminal. The War Room houses a strategic command center for mission-specific intel and war analysis. The shuttle bay contains an armory where you can modify your equipment between missions. Finally, Liara has set up a lot of hardware down in the old XO office on Deck 3. I think she's claimed that
Okay.
one. And there you are. Still the same ship as before, it just flies Alliance colors now. Speaking of which, I believe Admiral Hackett would like to speak to you at the VidCom.
Alright. So, oh, well, we're doing
Commander.
it right away.
Udina updated me on your meeting with the Council. Sounds like they're running scared.
Yeah, they do. They are kind of useless, but I mean, I kind of understand their concerns as well, because I don't exactly blame them for trying to look out for their own people. And I mean, even if it's obviously the smarter choice to fight together instead of, each one on their own, I think it will take a bit to convince them that the fight has to, take place on Earth and has to protect Earth at the expense of the other planets, because why Earth and why not one of the other planets? As far as I understand, Shepard's argument is basically that Earth takes the brunt of the attack, but that could also be used as a counter-argument. People could say, strategically it would be better to strike where the Reapers are not as strong, and we should just give up Earth, strategic sacrifice, so that we can save the other planets, which are not as badly hit. So, yeah, it will not be easy to convince them. I guess now that we have those plans for the Prothean device, that is some sort of leverage we can use by saying, if you want in on the project, then you have to help us defend Earth. It feels a bit shitty, it feels like blackmail, but I guess this is how we'll have to do this in the end.
We did present them with a lot of unknowns. They're feeling threatened and want immediate solutions, not theories.
Theories are all we've got right now. What's your plan?
I'm trying to get the Turian Primarch for a summit meeting with the Asari and Solarians. I'll bypass the Council and appeal directly to their leadership.
That's good, I like it. This is where we start laying the groundwork for our counterattack.
Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot to back it up right now.
Then build alliances. Gather everything and everybody you can for the cause.
What about the Prothean device?
Find me people who can help build it, and if you can't, I'll take ships, soldiers, supplies, whatever you can get. We need to keep hitting the Reapers across every theater of war they open. Buy us time to figure out the device.
And when it's finished?
Assuming it ever is, we pool all our resources. Think of it as a giant armada for delivering the device, when the Reapers are most vulnerable. The stronger you can make that armada, the better the chances of punching through.
And what about Earth?
What about Earth, sir?
We'll just have to hope Anderson and what's left of the Alliance forces can hold out until we've dealt with the enemy.
I understand.
Good. Then make it happen, Commander. I'll be expecting regular updates on your progress. Hackett out.
Alright, so I'm supposed to find a bunch of resources and find allies and stuff like that. You know, this is actually kind of interesting because it feels like the third part of the series connects directly to the end of the first part, because I remember the final speech that Shepard gave, or I don't know, maybe it was Anderson actually. The final speech in that game was basically about, you know, the Reapers are coming and we will have to stand together to fight them. And this is basically, you know, the continuation of that. It feels like that, which makes the plot of Mass Effect 2 feel even more redundant and, I don't know, kind of like an intermission that doesn't really affect that much. I mean, we will see how much Mass Effect 2 will affect the events of this game, but at the moment it feels like I'm just, you know, just finished Mass Effect 1, I'm back in the Alliance, I have Liara in my party again. I had Kaidan until he got punched into a coma by weird android lady, but it feels like a direct continuation of the first game and not a continuation of the second game. That's actually kind of interesting. Anyway, let's see what we got here. War terminal. War assets. The people, weapons, armies and fleets that you've accumulated are your war assets. The overall readiness of the galaxy determines how effectively these assets will perform in the final battle. Alright, so what do we got here? Whoa, Alliance Engineering Corp. Marine Division. Alliance 1st Fleet, Alliance 3rd Fleet, Alliance 5th Fleet. Diana Ellis. Whoa, she gives me a whopping 5 points. The Alliance frigate Normandy alone is 115. Mineral resources, Kalisa bin Sinan al-Jilani. She's actually more useful than Diana Ellis, apparently. Well, that's interesting. So these are the resources that I already have. Obviously the Alliance fleets that are still operational. And this adds up to effective military strength of 327. Well, I still need a bit to reach at least the minimum. Okay. I'm not sure if I have to read all of this. I may do this at some other point. Theaters of war. Each conflict zone has a readiness rating that reflects its ability to contribute to the final battle. Left unattended, these zones can deteriorate and reduce the overall readiness rating. Okay. Oh, I think I have 51% here because I played a little bit of the multiplayer. So apparently, if I play multiplayer, I can increase my readiness. Well, that's interesting. But I'm probably not going to use multiplayer much, you know, until we actually, you know, find some way to play together. All right. Yeah, I'm just going to leave this now, and maybe I will check back on this later. Anyway, let me have a look. We have a map. So we have Joker on the bridge, specialist trainer, which is the lady I just spoke to, right? Captain's cabin. All right. Crew deck. Liara, Dr. Chakwas. Engineer Adams, Diana Hallas. I remember Adams. He's from the first game, right? Armory James and Lieutenant Cortez. I don't think I know that guy. All right, so there's some stuff to explore here. So I guess I will see what I can find on my ship, because this area of the ship is definitely new. So this will probably take longer than I expected after all. How do I... Is this the exit? I think it is. What? Model Alliance shuttle. Oh, one of my ship models. All of this is new to me. Where the heck is this place?
I can't believe the council won't help. Come on, Sarah. If Thessia was lost and Earth hadn't been touched yet, you can be damn sure we'd be guarding our own borders.
Yeah, we probably would. What is this? Oh, some sort of security field. Oh, I see. This is where Morden's lab used to be. They completely rebuilt that part of the ship, and the war room is where, you know, the place where we had our meetings in the second game.
Commander Shepard.
I get it now. All right.
Commander, the Alliance has found a new Cerberus lab on Sanctum. Admiral Hackett would like you to investigate.
And are you like my new Kelly?
Commander, come to check on your new recruit?
Just wanted to see how you were doing.
Still trying to get my bearings. When I was working on the Normandy's upgrades, I left at the end of the day. I didn't even have a toothbrush or a change of clothing until I made some emergency purchases on the Citadel.
Well, I could have helped you, maybe?
Next time you need something, just ask. You're not alone here.
Oh, it's no trouble, Commander. I'm sure you have larger concerns.
We can put in a requisition order.
My toothbrush is a Cision Pro Mark 4. It uses tiny Mass Effect fields to break up plaque and massage the gums. It costs 6,000 credits.
Okay, yeah. You're on your own with that.
In any event, I appreciate you giving me the chance to stay. Was there anything else?
Well, I have been known to do, you know, grocery shopping for my crew, but that seems like a bit of an overpriced thing to request. Alright, so we can talk to her. Yeah, tell me about your personal history.
Where are you from originally?
A colony in the Terminus systems, actually. Though I studied on Earth, at Oxford. My parents were from London. They loved Earth, but they wanted the freedom a colony life could offer. If they stayed in London, I imagine they'd be dead right now.
Yes, you do have a British accent. But yeah, don't talk like that. They may still be alive.
A lot of people back on Earth are still alive, and counting on us.
Quite true, Commander.
So why did you join the military?
How'd you end up in the military anyway?
My family didn't have money for university. When the Alliance saw my aptitude scores, they offered me a full scholarship. I served my required years after graduation and decided to stay. I really like the challenges of the lab. Although, I'm sure I'll grow to love frontline service as well.
Okay. So what do you think about the war? This seems like a strange question, but let's ask it anyway.
I'm surprised you're worrying about a toothbrush. We got bigger problems right now.
Oh, believe me. Seeing the Reapers on Earth was terrifying. But I won't help anybody by bursting into tears here in the CIC,
Well,
will I?
that's true.
Being here on the Normandy helps. If anyone in the galaxy can stop the Reapers, it's you. And if flagging your messages and managing strategic intel helps you in any way, then it's worth it.
Alright, tell me about your lab job.
You worked in Alliance R&D?
Yes, you'd think quantum entanglement would make communication easy, but imagine incorporating multiple incoming sources and then networking them with extrapolations of time-lag data to construct a coherent situation GUI. It's an exciting challenge. For me, anyway.
Okay. I'm sure it's a very interesting subject, but I think I heard enough. I heard enough. Thank you, specialist.
Carry on, specialist.
All right, and I think I just got I still can't get over the fact that pressing J doesn't open the journal. N7 Cerberus Lab. The Alliance has discovered a new Cerberus laboratory located on Sanctum. Investigate the lab and deal with any potential threat. Okay, I guess these are like my assignments from the last game. Alright. Makes sense. And yes, my terminal. Let's see if I have any messages. I do. I have a bunch of them actually. Special Ops from Stephen Hackett, Shepard. Alliance forces are stretched thin across the galaxy. We need your specific talents for a series of ops. These missions will open doors for the Alliance in places we can't touch through conventional means. We'll deploy operatives to hold point after you've completed your objectives. I need you to head to Cerberus Lab on the planet Sanctum. I'll brief you when you're inbound Hackett. This is the mission that I just got, right? Alright. Reinstatement from Stephen Hackett, Commander Shepard. This letter formally acknowledges your reinstatement into Alliance Navy per Admiral David Anderson's recent verbal communication. Under Emergency War Powers Registry 903.5, you are hereby authorized to assume command of the Normandy SR-2. You are directed to begin interdiction operations against any and all enemies posing a threat to Earth, its colonies, and its allies. Furthermore, you are granted diplomatic authority to establish treaties with non-human races as required to support your mission. Sincerely, Admiral Stephen Hackett. Thank you. Emergency flash traffic. Urgent. Alliance fleet operations. Flash. What the hell? All Alliance military personnel. This is a galaxy-wide alert for all human territories. Fleet Admiral Hackett has declared threat condition Saber 1. Enemy presence confirmed in Sol system. Earth under Reaper attack. All Alliance military personnel are directed to evacuate Sol system at first available opportunity. Do not attempt Earth approach. Heavy enemy resistance reported. Repeat, do not attempt Earth approach. Further instructions to follow on coded channel Crimson Tacit. Earth-based Alliance personnel unable to evacuate are directed to commence any and all necessary countermeasures. All remaining Alliance personnel outside Sol Theater are directed to muster at pre-appointed staging areas and commence offensive combat operations at first available opportunity. In absence of further instructions, independent action is authorized. Well, you really know that shit hit the fan if, you know, your intel is written in all caps. Okay. K9, subject my dog. What? Dear Commander Shepard, I was a contractor working on the Normandy's haptic interface when it was in dry dock. Your VI Edie emailed me to let me know I left my dog mag on board. I'm all the way out in Terra Nova now and would hate for you to go a million clicks out of your way to drop off my dog. Please just take care of her. She likes exploring, sniffing chemical trails and 750-volt outlets. Thank you and sorry for the trouble. I promise you won't be too much of a headache. Andrea Brown. What the hell? What the hell? N7 Weaponry. From Lieutenant D. Eugene. Commander Shepard, your VI Edie put in a request for me for a handful of N7 grade weapons. Happy to oblige. I led the engineers who retrofitted the Normandy when it was turned over to the Alliance. Edie kept me company when we were overhauling the Normandy's interior. She's a beautiful ship, Commander. I'll miss working on her. I left the guns in your weapons locker. Best of luck, Lieutenant D. Eugene, Alliance Engineering Corps. Well, thank you. An alert. New article Quarian Fleet. From Alliance News Network Information Partners by Roxius Rileyus, ANN contributor. Citadel. Where's the Quarian fleet? The latest intelligence shows that the Reapers are taking system after system at a feverish pace. Members of all races are fleeing their stations, colonies, and in some cases their homeworlds. This kind of forced exodus might seem especially familiar to the nomadic Quarians, who were pushed off their homeworld by the synthetic gas centuries ago. But as the galaxy pushes back against the Reapers, the Quarians are conspicuously absent. Turian and Alliance spokespeople cannot provide the fleet's current location. They say they have other concerns at the moment. Whatever the Quarians are up to, they want it kept secret from the Council. After a refueling stop at Ilium, the fleet left no stated destination. And there are also reports of a galaxy-wide call for all young adult Quarians to abandon their pilgrimage to rejoin the fleet. Greedy and short-sighted powers will always try to gain the upper hand in times of galactic crisis. We can only hope that whatever the Quarians are planning does not interfere with the only thing that should matter, stopping the Reapers. Read Ruxius Riley's regular column View of the Empire exclusively on ANN. Okay, interesting. Welcome back gift from Edie. While we were in dry dock, Joker suggested that a small welcoming gift would be appropriate to have on hand, should you be reinstated as commanding officer. Well, the man plans ahead. As the ship does not have the capacity to accommodate the dances he suggested, I chose something from the official Systems Alliance catalog. Soldiers who have held an N7 designation for 5 years or more are entitled to a commemorative hooded jacket for wear on off-duty hours. You will find it among the selection of casual clothing in your cabin. Okay, well, thanks a lot. I'm not sure if I would have preferred the dancers, but I will have a look at it. You have an upgrade waiting from Glyph. Dear Commander Shepard, some of the data you found allowed me to research an upgrade for you. Simply access the terminal in Dr. Tassoni's office at your convenience, and you may choose how and when to implement it. Have a pleasant day, Glyph. Who the hell is Glyph? Priority mission, Eden Prime, from Alliance Command. Commander, Cerberus has attacked Eden Prime and is now occupying the colony. Alliance forces are stretched too thin right now to attempt to liberate the colony, but we've been doing what we can to covertly aid the local resistance. In the process, we've learned that Cerberus has uncovered a major Prothean artifact. We don't know what it is, but it appears to be the reason for the attack on the colony. We need you to infiltrate the colony and recover the artifact. Oh. Eden Prime. Well, that brings back memories. Okay, so I caught up with my reading, and I got a new priority mission, Eden Prime. I think this is the DLC that I'm supposed to do first, according to the comments, so maybe we will continue with that soon. Well, the episode is pretty long, but I think I do want to talk to Joker, and maybe we can call it a day after that. So, Joker, how have you been doing?
Hey, Commander. You know, I had my doubts about the Council. But after years of ignoring your warnings, they're finally willing to step up and tell you they just can't help.
And you're surprised at that?
They've spent years denying the threat. You think they'd be prepared now?
I was kind of hoping that maybe they were planning in secret and just not telling you about it because, you know, Cerberus. Well, let me know if you want me to get them on the channel and then hang up on them. You know, for old time's sake.
I don't think I actually ever did that, did I? I know there was the possibility in Mass Effect 1 to actually disconnect when you talk to them, but I don't think I ever used that option.
Commander?
Well,
Commander?
that was a pretty quick talk. I thought you may have more to say, you know, after all that has happened. But fair enough, fair enough. Alright, so, yes, I definitely need to explore this place a little bit more. There are some other decks that I need to check out. I can apparently visit the Era and Dr. Chakwas, and a bunch of other people that are spread around my ship. So I guess the next episode will be mostly me, you know, re-exploring my ship and talking to people. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and see you again next time.